Good afternoon. It is Sunday, and I thought I would share with y'all what my morning skincare routine is. I know it's not the morning, it is very late in the afternoon, but I'm just now deciding to get up and like do my makeup. So I just did my skincare. So my favorite cleanser, I feel like honestly this is my favorite cleanser of 2020, is the La Roche-Posay Laboratoire Dermatologique. Yes. New medicated formula Effaclar medicated gel cleanser with 2% salicylic acid and 0.05% micro exfoliating LHA, which I'm pretty sure is what lactic hyaluronic acid. I don't know. This stuff is great. This is my favorite cleanser, like I said, of 2020. This has really helped to manage my acne because I mean it's not nearly as bad as it is, and like I said, I can usually get rid of anything that pops up within a few days. Like honestly, like 3 to 5 days, any new breakout is gone simply from just using this, and I don't break out nearly as much. Like I can go a couple weeks now with super clear skin and no breakouts. So this cleanser, if you haven't tried it, I highly suggest it. I believe it's around $14.99 to $15.99, so it's great. Moving on to a toner I've been loving. I'm pretty flexible with toners, but I really have been enjoying the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA BHA Pore Tight Toner. I like toners that have some exfoliating properties to them because I am oily, acne prone. Why not do some chemical exfoliation? You know what I mean, dog? So I really enjoy this toner. As you can see, I'm almost done with it, and I started using it I think in March, April, somewhere in there. And I still have this much left. So this bottle lasted me almost a whole year. So really, really like this toner. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite toner of all time, but I really, really, really like it. Serums. In the morning, I try and do some sort of niacinamide serum. So I've really been loving the Naturium serums. I love their Super Plus one, their Vitamin C Super Plus. I don't have it right now though because I used it up. And I've gone through 2 of those. But I decided to just try their niacinamide serum 12% plus zinc 2%. And it also has hyaluronic acid and vitamin E in it. Love, love, love the Naturium serums a lot. And I try and use niacinamide because that's one of the ingredients I've noticed that my skin really loves. I've also been trying out recently the Bliss Glow and Hydrate Niacinamide Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I think this is just okay in my opinion. I prefer the Naturium serums more, so I will not be repurchasing any Bliss serums. But this is not bad. For me, it's just, I don't feel like it's as impactful as the Naturium ones. So if I'm feeling really, really dry, some other serums I've been using are ascorbic acid and alpha arbutin. This is the ordinary one, and this is a water-free formula, so it's a little bit more oily. So if I feel like I'm dry, I'll add a couple of drops of that in. Or if I feel like my skin is really inflamed and needs to be calmed, I'll add in a couple drops of the Centella 90 Ampule from Pure Hearts by Nature Village. This is just really moisturizing and soothing. So it helps to strengthen your skin barrier. So I'll sometimes add in a couple drops of this. So these two will probably last me probably a whole other year because I don't go through them nearly as quickly. Like this is basically almost all full still. And then after I do a serum, I cleanse, I tone, I do a serum, one, maybe a combo, add a drop of this or that. You know, I just customize it to my skin at the time. My favorite moisturizers have been the Clinique ones. I love these. I'll have seen me use these. I was using the clear one with the white cartridge, which was for, I believe, uneven skin tone. But they recently came out with a hydrating clearing jelly. So this one is geared towards people that have acne prone skin. And then an imperfections cartridge, which is this reddish orange one inside. So I've switched to this. I love the way this feels on my skin all 4 seasons, even in the dead of winter. It feels literally like your face is drinking water. It's so lightweight. It lays perfectly under makeup. So I personally really love the Clinique moisturizers, and I really like their toner as well, the one for oily skin. I've used that one before and I saw results with that. For real, for real. So I'm a huge fan of like Clinique skincare. I've never really used their cleanser though, but I like the toners and I like the moisturizers. Especially love the moisturizer, and I especially love this new formula, which I have on right now. And then for SPF, when I do go outside, which is rarely, I love the Nivea Super Water Gel SPF 50 PA+++. Yeah, this stuff is great. It's also very lightweight. It's not sticky. It's not goopy. It doesn't leave a cast. This stuff is wonderful. I love the Nivea Sun Super Water Gel. So that's my favorite. This is my favorite sunscreen of all time. So yeah, that's my morning skincare routine. It's very simple. I feel like I've streamlined some things. I've really narrowed in on what works for me and my skin. And so I've been experiencing amazing results instead of constantly trying out so many different things. Also, y'all know I'm still drinking my water. I'm in my challenge, the challenge with my boyfriend. I think I probably had about 42 ounces of water. And by the time I finish this, it'll be 60 ounces total for today so far. And I'll probably finish this in the next hour, hour and a half. Maybe 2 hours because I'm talking through this video because we are going to do some makeup. A purple look per John's request. I asked him what color. He said purple. So I'm going to show you some of the palettes that first came to mind when he said purple for today. We're also going to try a couple new products and things. It's going to be fun. So when he said purple, the Juvia's Place Berries palette came to mind. This one is really pretty. It's got some deeper kind of purple mattes, which I love. Not really any purple shimmers, but it's a really pretty palette in the purple-ish family. Then my Viseart Dark Edit. If you wanted to do a really simple purple look with just one palette, you could very easily use that as a transition / in your crease, this to deepen up the outer V, and then this shimmery purple on your lid. If you want to keep it super duper simple, I love the color story of this. This is very much my color story. Warm, jewel tones, this vibe I really like. I haven't used this palette in a while. I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of them today. I just want to show you kind of what went through my mind. Of course, the It's My Pleasure ColourPop palette, because I'm doing a no buy. So kind of going to show you guys what's in my collection. This palette is beautiful. It's a purple palette. It's the purple palette that ColourPop came out with. Beautiful purple shimmers, just not as much depth in the mattes. So I might end up going into this maybe for my tear duct area with some of these lighter purples I really like in here. So I'm going to put that one to the side as one I'm pretty sure I might use. An amazing purple palette is the Colored Rain times Power. This thing is gorgeous. I mean, so pretty. Similar to the ColourPop one, I would say you don't necessarily need both. Well, Legacy is calling my name for maybe the tear duct. So I might use this one. This shimmer is beautiful. This purple jewel tone. The mattes are kind of deep, but I feel like they could be deeper. I don't know. I might just use this one, honestly, because I really like the purples in here. I might not even dip into the ColourPop one. And then, of course, for purples, one of my newest palettes, the Celestial Divinity Mothership Mega Palette from Pat McGrath. And I just watched Tammy's video on her purple look she did using this. And I kind of want to copy it, but I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I'm going to do more purples than what she did. But this palette has some beautiful purples in it. You've got this one. It's kind of a black with like purple micro glitter. This one, that's clearly a purple, and I have some pink glitter. And then you got this purple matte over here. So there's some pretty purples in this palette. Oh, and there's a purple, pinky purple situation over here too. Pinky purple blue. And then there's just a purple glitter in this palette that I thought was really pretty. Colo, that glitter. I don't think I'm going to use glitter though. I'm not in a glitter mood today. At least not that kind of chunky pressed glitter. So I'm going to put that one back. I'm going to put these two little ones back. I don't think I'm going to use anything from the Berries or from the Dark Edit. But if you want to keep it simple, you could totally make a beautiful purple look with just this palette. And honestly, do I want to dip back into this? This is pretty. I haven't used it in a while. I don't think I'm going to use my ColourPop It's My Pleasure. I think I'm going to focus on the Colored Rain and the Pat McGrath palette for this look today. But I just wanted to show you a few of my purple options. I also am drinking some hot tea. This is the Tazo Turmeric Bliss Tea. So good. It's a blend of turmeric and passion fruit. It is so good. All right, let's jump into makeup. I've already done my skincare and I've already primed. For primer today, this is one that I'm trying to pan or use up. This is the Maybelline Master Prime Primer Base Hydrate and Smooth. I've been experimenting with more hydrating primers this year and I like it. Would I repurchase this? No. Just throwing it out there. I think my skincare is, honestly, I'm becoming one of those people who's like, my skincare is enough. I don't really need a primer. I know it's weird. You go through phases with your makeup. So I do like this though. If you're looking for a hydrating primer that also smooths, this is a good one. You see it's a little deluxe size. So I'm trying to use it up. I probably have one more use and then it'll be empty. So I use that one today. And so let's jump to foundation. I think I'm going to try a newer one that's been sitting in my collection. Do I want to use a newer one that I haven't opened yet? Do I want to open a new foundation right now? Or do I want to use one that y'all haven't really seen me use? Let's use Rare Beauty, actually. Let's do something y'all haven't really seen me use. So I have the Rare Beauty foundation. This is like a perfect skin tone match for me. I have the shade 510W. That is my shade, 510W. This is a serum foundation, so it's not really the best for oily skin, but let me show you how I use it to make it last longer on me. I love the finish of this. I think it's really pretty. I think it looks really natural in my opinion. And it's very versatile. You can make it more full coverage, you can make it more light coverage. So when I'm using a foundation that's more hydrating or serum-like, or just literally doesn't say matte, soft matte in the title, which is my personal preference in foundations, but sometimes I like to mix it up. What I do is I set my primer with powder, and the powder I've been loving for that is the Urban Decay The Ultimate Brush Off Powder Set and Go Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the shade Deep. I really like this. It has its own little brush, but it's a little messy. I literally just take this and whatever's on the brush and I just go in and kind of stamp the powder into the skin. And sometimes a lot comes off and you need to like move it around, like how that just did. But I'll just go in. And, you know, I just used a hydrating primer, so I'm not drying my skin out. But I'll go in and I will do a decent layer over my face, especially in the areas where I get oily. And I know it looks crazy, but it's going to be covered with foundation, so it's okay. Make sure I get my whole forehead because she loves to be shiny, and I'm going to go over my brows and my eyelids. So I really only do this if I'm wearing a foundation that is dewy, serum-like, glow, radiant. If it says any of those things and it's not a natural matte, soft matte, true matte finish, this is what I do to help it last longer on my skin type. All right, so now that my face is, and I try and avoid the under eyes because I do have dry under eyes. So now that I have the powder down and I like pressed it into the skin, I can go in with a more radiant, glowy, dewy, luminous foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. It's been on for about 10 minutes. Again, this is the Rare Beauty Serum Foundation, or the shade 510. I feel like it's a perfect match for me. This has a doe foot. I'm literally just gonna go and make some dots around my face, some little stripes. It just feels hydrating, honestly. When I put it on, I'm like, this feels kind of oily, which is different for someone like me. But I do like the finish, like I said, and it's actually pretty long layering, and I find it doesn't really transfer like I thought it would compared to some of my other foundations. All right, and I try and get as much like off of the wand that I can. That should be good. So I'm going to start with this much using the same IT Cosmetics brush from yesterday. I'm just going to go in and press this into my skin. I mean, it is such a good match. Such a good match. And I literally just do looks for my video chats with John and just for myself because I enjoy makeup. To be creative, have fun, take some cute pictures. And like, you know, I'm sure y'all noticed during time, like if you don't use it, you lose it. Because like there was a while where I didn't really wear any makeup, and when I started to wear it again, I was like, I forgot how to do this. What did I used to do? Or it just doesn't look exactly how it used to when you're doing it on a daily basis. So I'm gonna kind of upkeep this skill set that I have as well, even though I'm not going anywhere. Now, y'all know me, just making sure I blend, tapping over the hairline, blending down the neck a little bit, scratching. These braids are itchy. They've been itchy the whole time though, kind of. I don't know. My scalp is really weird. I wouldn't say it's sensitive. It just, I don't know. I like my scalp to be free. That's one reason I can do box braids, is because I can reach my scalp because it's all parted, you know? That's one reason I struggle with like wigs and I like sew-ins and stuff, because you can't really access your scalp as easily, and I can't do that. That drives me crazy. Literally drives me crazy. I can't sleep. Like, it's a lot. Also, the coverage on this is beautiful. I feel like it is a full coverage in my opinion, at least with as much as I applied. I feel like you can't see any flaws. Like there is not a single thing showing. And almost like all of the hyperpigmentation around my mouth is covered too with just one layer of this foundation. So we are done with the foundation. Let's go on to concealer. Since I've been playing with that in this year, I have several that I really, really like. Let's do Tarte Shape Tape, because yesterday I did Hourglass, I'm pretty sure. So I have two different shades that I really like. I have 57S Rich Sand, and I have 57N Neutral. The sand is a little bit deeper. It's closer to my skin tone. So I use this one like above my lip. It's a little bit lighter than my skin, but not much. So I'm just gonna put a little bit over my lip. And then I'm gonna use the neutral one. I'm just gonna put like a dot under each eye. Or a little line. Little dab under each eye. And that is it for applying concealer. Like, I'm not gonna put any more than that. Take my foundation brush, I'm gonna blend the 57S shade around my mouth out. And because it's a more matte formula putting around my mouth, if I had to go out and like wear a mask, it would help just keep this area from transferring even more. Even though I find this foundation doesn't really transfer. It's very interesting. I also patted some over here, right in the center of my forehead up here. Kind of whatever was left over. Great. And now we're gonna go in with, all my brushes kind of look the same. I'm like, is this what I used? I can't remember. I think this is what I used. Yeah, this BH Cosmetics number 3 from whatever set has this color handle. Go ahead and blend out the under eye situation to go over my lid as well. The whole like eye area. And just again gives a subtle brightness. You can't really tell on camera, but I can tell in person. Like this shade just subtly brightens the area, and I like how neutral it is personally, because I'm gonna go in with a more yellow powder. Because I have like kind of warm golden, sometimes it looks more olivey kind of skin. My undertones are very interesting. And I've just been playing around with different shades, and I find that I prefer concealers that are more on the neutral side or on the golden side. I also feel like this concealer doesn't really crease that much, even like before you get to set it, which is nice. I'm just patting it, pressing it into the skin. Awesome. The yellow tone powder I'm going to use today is my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. Yeah, loose baking and setting powder in the shade Kunafa. I love this powder. It's so smoothing. It's really pretty. It's very lightweight. But it can get drying on me if I use too much. So I have to be careful. And I'm going to use this Luxie Precision Foundation Brush like I used yesterday. I'm going to press onto the net. And then, oh, it does have a very strong smell. Just so you know, in case you haven't used this before. I press into the net and work the powder into the brush, and then I go in and I set my under eyes. Sometimes I feel like it's not enough though, and I'll pour some out in the cap, which there's a little bit in there right now. Yeah, I'm gonna put some in the cap. I feel like I should sit down, but I've been laying down all day. I can stand up. See, now I got a little bit too much, but it's so lightweight you can just fluff it around. I feel like it just sinks into your skin, like it doesn't sit on top of the skin. Just smooths and mattifies everything beautifully. I also like to take whatever I set my under eyes with into the center of my forehead, because I tend to crease there with some foundations. My forehead will crease. I do have some forehead lines. They're expression lines that will show if I don't set them well with certain foundations. And some foundations like tend to crease there more than others. And this one will crease in there if I don't set it immediately. I also like to take this powder and set it around my mouth, do a light set. And put a little bit more in the cap. I'm gonna hit this area again. I feel like this is one of the few powders I have that can really kind of brighten as well. So sometimes I go in layers and really make sure to just kind of apply a little bit at a time. And because of how it just like sinks into your skin, it doesn't sit on top of your skin and make you look dry or crepey. I feel like I can get away with like doing layers, light layers of it. I really love this powder. And the tone of it, the yellowness of it is so pretty. I feel like it's very complementary to my skin and my undertones. Great. All right, now time to put a line of powder down the center of the nose. The nose. Der Nase, die Nase. Der, die, das. I get them all confused now. Because if you don't use it, you'll lose it. I was born in Germany, and I took German for what, I don't even, 3 years? 3 years? 2 years? 1 year? 2, 3? I think it's 3 or 2. And I'm really going to pack it on in a nice, as straight a line as possible. It's not the thinnest of thin line, but I do want it to be nice and straight, because this helps to add dimension to my face. And I have a flatter nose in my opinion too. I don't have the widest nose, but I do feel like my nose is flatter, and with makeup on I feel like my face looks very flat. So I like to help my nose look more 3D, like it actually has a bridge and like stands off my face. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away this part right here that I added some extra powder to between my brows for brightness. And we're just gonna let that sit there. Cool story. All right, let's go ahead and do some blush. Do I want bronzer today? I don't really want bronzer, but I do want to use this Hourglass blush. This is one I got for my birthday. Shout out to Jackie and Irene. I've been really eyeing this blush. It's called At Night. On the site, it describes it as a brick red, but to me, it's more of like a reddish purpley shade. I don't know. It's pretty, but it's not what I was expecting at all, which is fine. I'll just make it work. And I'm just going to use a brush I already used. This is the one I used for like my contour powder yesterday. Still a little bit in there. So whatever's left over in here, let me go ahead and apply that. And so I probably should use a different brush because I don't want my cheeks to be super dark. But whatever was in there, I just used that. Oh, I forgot to set the rest of my face. Who am I? Y'all, why don't y'all tell me I didn't set the perimeter of my face? I'm glad I touched it because it's not really sticky, but it feels like it's not set. And I don't like that. I don't forgot. It's probably because the finish is so pretty. With the little bit of powder underneath, this foundation looks very natural skin-like. It's not too much for me. Let me set the rest of my face though. Who am I? And I'm gonna use a new powder I've discovered, the Pure 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Broad Spectrum SPF 15. I have the shade Chestnut Deep Neutral 2. I'm just gonna use this Clionadh Cosmetics brush. It's like a fluffy powder brush. I'm gonna dig in here and then press it into the skin. Tap, tap, tap. To set the other parts of my face. I normally would like to use a flat top brush, but I just don't have one out right now other than the one I use for my foundation, and I don't like to use the brush I use for foundation for like liquids and powders. I feel like it just gets gunked up in the bristles too much, so I like to have separate brushes for that. And this brush has already been used for some powders, so I'll just make do with this one. But usually it's a lot faster. I feel like with a flat top brush I can get the amount of powder I like on there faster, quicker, more efficiently, but we'll just use this one. Like I said, I'm just setting the other parts of my face that I didn't put the Huda Beauty powder, the Kanafa powder. So the perimeters, making sure I go over everywhere where I put even the slightest bit of foundation. And I'm gonna go over my whole forehead because she's big and she likes to be shiny. And the foundation we used is more radiant. I'm gonna go over my eyebrows and my eyelids too because this whole top area tends to get oily. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go down the sides of my nose. Gonna knock off some of the powder, go over the nose completely. And because of the finish of this foundation, even with the amount of powder I'm putting on, it still looks natural and skin-like in person. I wish y'all could see. Like, it looks so pretty. It's so smooth and youthful. That's how I would describe this foundation. It makes you look nice and youthful, which I am. I'm not old at all, but I know there's just something about this foundation I really, really, really enjoy. It's really pretty. And even then, I feel like it's still not set because with that kind of brush, it doesn't pack it on like I like. I like my powders. Let me find a flat top brush. I found one. This is an e.l.f. powder brush. Nice flat top. I like that this powder has a little bit of sunscreen in it, even though it's going to be dark probably by the time I finish my makeup. So here's why I like the flat top brush, because also I can see it on here. Look, I can see the powder, and then I can go in and stamp it in. That's why I prefer the flat top brush, and I feel like it's so much faster too. And with the bristles being black. And I mean, I feel like this is such a perfect shade match too. Like, it matches the foundation perfectly. It's not changing the color at all, which I enjoy because I really love the shade of this foundation. I feel like it's a perfect match for me. I've been finding a lot more of those. Okay, this side feels good, this side doesn't. Sometimes it just be like that though. Okay. Okay, now we're good. All right, back to the blush. Here's the blush. I feel like it's kind of purpley, reddy. It says brick red on the website. That's how they describe this color. Bro, this ain't no brick red. At least not on me, it ain't. But it's so pretty. I really like the Hourglass powder blushes. They're beautiful. Mm-hmm. So let me grab a brush to apply this. Okay. Was this a blush brush? Dual fiber powder. What I don't like that for blush. Please hold. Oh, why is this falling apart? Not now. All right, we can use this. This is a BH Cosmetics 113. It's a little bit fluffier. It's a little disfigured from how it's been in my drawer. Just tossed amongst lots of other things, but that's okay. So I'm gonna take this, very pigmented. I'm gonna tap this onto the cheeks and then start like just swirling and blending it out. I think the shade is so pretty though. And I love how these have like a radiant glow to them. Well, at least most of the blushes do from Hourglass. I think it's so pretty. But they look so natural on your skin. They don't emphasize texture or anything like that. I mean, they are super expensive. That's why I'm thankful I got that birthday gift card money that I was able to get one with. The other one I came in a BoxyCharm, I believe, or in another box that I have, the Try Beauty box. That's how I even found out about this formula. And so I've just been looking for a shade, another shade that I really wanted to invest in, and this is one. So when I got those gift cards, I was like, ooh, I can get me some more Hourglass. And I am using a lot of blush for my look today because I don't think I'm going to do any bronzer. I'm not going to do any highlight because this has a more radiant finish to it. I know this isn't the look for everybody. Everybody's not into this. You don't have to do this. This is what I'm doing for my look today. And I'm putting blush literally everywhere, as you can see. Like my whole cheek has blush all the way up to like my temples, basically. And going down the bridge of my nose and over the tip of my nose with the blush as well. And like right up kind of next to my nose. Like this whole area. I just feel like it looks really pretty. And the shade is just going to be really complimentary with the eyes. Ooh, I'm feeling blushed. Okay. Now, I'm hot too, but I can't take my bathrobe off. I'm hot. Now that I have my blush on, I can go ahead and do my brows. I'm done with the skin. The skin was really simple today. Let me show y'all. I think that's so pretty. I think it's so pretty. So now we can do brows. And then after brows, we move on to eyeshadow. And after eyeshadow, we do lips, and we can be done. So, because we didn't really set a time for when we're gonna hang out, but I'm sure he's still hanging with the homies. So, all right. Using an older mascara. This is just a Clinique Lash Impact like deluxe size mascara. I use my old little deluxe mascaras as like brow gels. I'm gonna go ahead and brush up. Y'all saw me do this yesterday. Brush up the brow hairs. Look at the difference that makes. You just can't really see my hairs like that. My brows or my lashes until I put something on them. But they're kind of there, you know? Especially my lashes. I have some decent lashes, but my brows look like they're non-existent unless I put something on them. You just don't really see them. Kind of already have in my head what I want to do for a look, so this video should be around the same length as yesterday, if not even a little bit shorter. If I sit down, will y'all still be able to see me? The answer is no. Not really. So that means I need to reconfigure my situation. Good to know. All right, I'm gonna use the, nope, I don't want the Milani pen, at least not today. So this is my one when I don't wear any makeup and I just want to do brows only. I use the Milani Weekend Brow, and this is in the medium brown shade because these are really pigmented. But since I have on makeup, I like my brows to be black. So we're gonna go back to the Anastasia brow pen in Ebony. I was about to sit down again, but you can't see. I mean, can y'all see how flat this pimple is that I had yesterday? If you watched the silver video, it's pretty much gone, but I did get a new one right here that's a little bit bigger. But like I said, my acne just like heals so fast now with the skincare I showed at the beginning. Like the life cycle is super quick. Like I love having salicylic acid in my cleanser. That's a major key. My brows are going by pretty quick today. Some days I feel like they take longer. Some days it's like really fast. And today I feel like they're going by really, really fast, which is great. There goes Nola. I should probably close the blinds now. It's getting a little dark here. And I live like on the side of the street where the sun doesn't shine in the... It doesn't really shine on this side, like, but I'm on the shady side of the apartment building, the shady side. But the actual literal shady side of the apartment building. Like I rarely ever get like direct sunlight. Which is kind of good because then it doesn't get too hot in here, like in the summers. And the lighting isn't too harsh for when I take pictures in the living room. Or really anywhere in the apartment. Because it's not harsh, direct sunlight. Which isn't the best kind of lighting for me, at least in my skin. And the kind of the way I like my pictures to look, so I'm not complaining. But then it makes it look darker in here a little bit earlier. All right, the brows came out really well. They're not as close as I normally have them. I kind of make them a little bit closer, a little closer. See if I had just in a couple more. Fake hair strokes. All right, there we go. I feel like they look a little angry, but I'm not angry. Sometimes they just look like that though. Until I finish the rest of my makeup. I'm not mad at them. I'll take it. All right. So now that we have the brows done, we can move on to eyeshadow. So let's devise a plan. We're going to use the Power and Colored Rain palette because this is a beautiful purple palette. And we're going to use the Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity palette. We're going to use these two. Oh, you can see my palettes over there in my water. But yeah, we're going to use these two for the look today. All right, I have devised a plan, I think, or at least for the crease. So for the crease, I'm going to start with this shade, which is called Venomous Void. This matte shade right there. That one, the purple right here. I'm going to put that as my crease transition-ish, more so transition color. I'm going to use a small mirror just so y'all can see. And I'm using a BH Cosmetics number 6 brush from the Nazarene Cavari collection. And I'm going to just fluff that. Wow, it's coming up a lot darker on my eye. Fluff that up in here, just windshield wiper motions. Just getting that purple down. And diffusing it out already. This is going to be our softer purple, but we definitely want it on there. Beautiful, lovely, perfect shade for this. I want more of a darker, dramatic purple lip because I think I'm going to do a really dark, like almost black purple lip. I'm feeling a dramatic matte lip today because I did nude and glossy yesterday. I want something a little more dramatic today. Don't know how I'm going to style the braids. Uh-oh. What is happening out there? Somebody hitting my door? Where's my dog? Why is she so quiet? So I have my bedroom door closed and I'm in the bathroom and I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, so she should be in the living room. And usually anytime somebody like hits my door, she starts barking. So is that her hitting the door? Please hold. Let me check on the dog real quick. Oh, she's napping on the couch. Cool. Great. Delightful. Whew, I was a little worried there. I'll tell her you said hi. Nola, Takesha says hi. Did I say your name right? I'm pretty sure I asked you about this. Pretty sure it's Takesha, right? Oh, she's coming to me. Aw. Oh, she came in here when I said that. How sweet. You want to say hi, Nola? You say hi? Yeah, you stretching? Hey, pretty girl. Can you sit? Can you sit? Good girl. Good listener. All right, well, there's my dog. Making her usual appearance, either by sound or sometimes by sight. You can actually see her. And just as quickly as she showed up, she just left. She has her own whole little personality, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. Just like kids have personalities. I love seeing kids' personalities like develop and come to life over time. So interesting and so fun to watch, just people develop. All right, so we have our transition shade down. So now let's go in with a even deeper purple and the It's My Rory number 6 brush. It's one of my favorite crease brushes. And I'm actually going to switch to the Colored Rain Power Palette and use the shade Testify. This one. It's a little bit deeper than the one I just put down. So I'm really going to go in with this one. You're going to see me do more stamping so I can get more color impact. I'm really going to just put this into the socket crease of my eye. A little bit lower than that first shade. So we can really start to add some depth of color to the look. I love purple. Purple's my second favorite color. It's my mother's favorite color. So I feel like every time I wear it, like it reminds me of her, and I'm like honoring her in a way. And John really likes purple. He has this one hoodie that he is like almost always wearing if he's not wearing the one I gave him. That is mine that I gave to him so he can wear it when he misses me and stuff. And I sprayed one of my favorite perfumes that I've worn around him like almost every time that we've seen each other on it, so it smells like me, you know. How cute, right? Long distance relationships. So yeah, he likes purple too, and he looks really good in purple. Purple's a good color on him. So yo, why Felicia? My nose started running. Please hold. I'm not finna cry. I ain't finna cry. Oh, also, I can announce to you guys my COVID test results came back and I'm negative. Clearly, I'm super happy and excited. Um, yeah. So that's great because I'm on quarantine for work. That's all I can really say. But my results are negative, so that's praise the Lord. I wasn't really too concerned about it, I was just like, let me just wait and see. Let me be patient about it. So they are negative, which means I can go up to Pennsylvania and see John and his family. I am going to get a rapid test done on Friday because I'm supposed to fly out Monday, a week from tomorrow, to go up there. And I just want to be for sure, because like I don't want to expose his family to anything. And I work with a lot of people being a teacher of elementary school and working at Ulta, working in retail. I interact usually with a lot of people, not for these 2 weeks though, because I'm being quarantined, but I'm working from home, teleteaching from home, music through the computer. That has been something. Let me tell you, it has been very interesting. But yeah, I just want to be, make sure. So I'm going to get tested again on Friday, and I get my results within 20 to 30 minutes after that test. All right, we're going to go with a little bit of Deception, which is a lighter purple. I'm just going to take that over the edges of what I've laid down on that first brush that we used, just to soften it just a little bit, even though I feel like everything is pretty well diffused and blended. Just for some extra blending. Around the edges. Of the look. Okay, cute. Going back with that deep purple on this side, I feel like I lost some of it. All right, I feel like I've laid down the crease. Oh, my sister and oh yes, praise God that they're better. It has been wild out here. That's all I'm gonna say. It's been. I live in South Carolina, which is like one of the states with the higher numbers. Like it's been wild out here in these streets. It's been very interesting living in this very, I'm not gonna get political, but living in the South Carolina. You guys know where I'm going with this. I was gonna say it's been interesting. Muy interesante. All right, let's do the lower lash line because I kind of just want to keep it the same as the top. So I'm gonna go in with the, what is this thing called again? Venomous Void first on this brush. I'm pretty sure it's for concealer or like I guess your lid. I'm gonna smudge this onto my lower lash line. It is a little bit brighter of a purple than what we have in the crease. This is the one I used for like the transition shade. I want it to be a little bit brighter, more poppy on the lower lash line, but still deep. So I'm going to take it across the entire lower lash line. I'm making it sort of blown out. Do what you feel comfortable with. Thanks. Can't wait to do the lid. This is going to be very dark. I want it to be very dark, smoky look. I'm really inspired by a look that Pat McGrath posted on her page and by Tammy Clark because she recently just did a video. She posted a video today. She shared a video today, I should say, of the look that she did with the Celestial Divinity palette. So I'm kind of following what she did a little bit. I am for the lid at least to a certain point. And I'm making sure I connect the bottom lash line to the outer V area so that there's no gaps. It's very important. You don't want any skin to show around this area. So I'm just blending that slightly brighter purple with the other deeper, more cool tone purple. This is a more warm purple that I just used from the Pat McGrath palette on the lower lash line. I really like this. Looks pretty cool. Cool. All right, she primed her lids. Should I prime my lids? I never prime my lids like that. Do I just want to go in with my finger? Decisions. I think I'm just going to go in with my finger. Let's stick to my true self. I'm going to use the shade called Violet Void, which she put all over her lid and I loved it, which is this purple right here. It's a really deep purple, has some pink glitters in it. Isn't that just pretty? We're going to put that on the lid as our main like lid shade, and I'm going to do some other things to it. I'm just going to use my finger to, oh, y'all can't see if I use the big mirror. That's why I was using the little one. I'm going to do some other things to it to, yeah, I'm getting a little bit of fallout by using my finger. Honestly, I really like the way this looks by itself, but wow, those glitters are popping, yo. The micro glitters in here are beautiful, and I love this how dark it is. Like she said, she thinks it has like a black or like a dark gray base to it. That's exactly what I wanted for the purple that was going to go on my lid. And I feel like the more you layer it up, the brighter it gets. So if you want it to be a little bit deeper, then don't do as many layers, because I feel like it got brighter on the inner corner where I just did a second layer of it with my fingers. I feel like this looks really pretty with the blush color too. Loving the way this is turning out. 2 for 2. I might just do my signature teacher look tomorrow that I would normally wear to work. Show you guys what that looks like, because I get a lot of compliments on that. It's no eyeshadow though. No eyeshadow, no eyeliner usually. It's very simple. It's really just a skin routine. But I've gotten several requests to see that. I've really perfected that look. It literally takes me 20 minutes to do my makeup for school now, if I'm not doing something fancy like eyeshadow. And sometimes when I have a little bit extra time where I want to be a little more fancy, I'll add a pop of like eyeliner, a colorful eyeliner on my upper lash line. That's me being fancy. All right. This is cute. Okay, cute. All right, now that I have that all over both my lids, you can't really tell when I look in the camera like that. See how smoky, how sultry. Now that I have that all over my lids, I'm gonna go back with the dark crease shade from the Power Palette Testify, and I'm just gonna go around the edges. I don't really feel like I need to do this. I feel like Pat McGrath shadows just naturally like blend themselves on the edges, but just to say that I did it, I just lightly went over the edges in the crease with the darker matte. Loving the way this looks. I'm like, what do I want to do this? I love the way the glitter looks. Let's brighten up the tear duct area. So I'm done with the Pat palette. Goodbye, Pat palette. I love the way those two colors work together that I did use from here. And those are basically the only two colors that Tammy used for her look. So that's kind of where I'm drawing most of my inspiration from. But I think I'm going to put Legacy in the tear duct. It is a duochrome, like a light. You see how it's purple? It's like a lilac purple shade. So it looks white, but there's a flip to it. That is so pretty. We're gonna put that in the tear duct to brighten up the look a little bit, but I want it to be dark and sultry. I'm feeling the darkness today. I wanted to spit. Yikes. Not during COVID. Let me take a little tea break though. And let me tell you guys what I'm thinking for my lips. I have like a whole plan. Let me just brush the fallout from the lid shade off my face. I only got like a little bit. It's not bad. It's not anything crazy that I'd be mad about, you know. Just a little bit. But if you use a base like Tammy did, she used the NYX glitter primer or glitter base, whatever it's called, which I actually have it. You won't have that problem because she didn't have any fallout. All right, I'm taking the shade called Legacy from the palette. Oh, side note, I've never seen Power. I don't watch Power. I don't really watch TV like that. So I know there's a significance to all the names in here, but I don't really fully understand. But I know they mean something relevant to the show. I just really like the color story. All right, so I'm taking my little brush that I normally use to put shadows in my tear duct. That is perfect. And I'm going to blend this into the crease as well, just a little bit, almost like a little cut crease. And also in the tear duct. That's perfect. That's really pretty. I have to show you guys from another angle, but let me just go ahead and apply it first. Really? We're gonna bring it out a little bit on this inner corner. I feel like I want some water on it to intensify it. Yes, that is so pretty. All right. So if you apply it damp, it's more pigmented, which I really like. It's pretty. Then I'm gonna take it kind of in there. I like the way that looks from the front. I'm gonna wet it, my brush again. Ooh, too much. And just really get right there. That is so pretty. Love the way this look has turned out so far. It's really dark. All right. If you want to, you could put black in your waterline and tight line the top in black, or you could use a black and purple, or you could use, if you want to make it pop, you could use like a jewel tone purple. So I think I am going to do a more bright liner in purple for the top, and then I'm going to use more of a jewel tone violet. This is called Pretty Violet. I'm going to put that in my waterline, and it matches more of the lid shade, how it's like kind of like a dark indigo purpley blue kind of color. So I think that'll be pretty in the bottom waterline, just to add more extraness to this look. Gotta sharpen it real quick. And I'm gonna pull my eye down a little bit. And I love these glide-ons from NYX. Oh, that's pretty, yeah. I'm gonna put that into the waterline of my eye. These really do glide on. Like, it doesn't hurt. I don't feel any pain. It's not getting on my eyeball. So nice, this formula. And so inexpensive. Very affordable, comparable to higher end pencils. I'm taking it all the way across as well. Why does this one look better than this side? Yes. Yes, that is so fun. I'll have to show you. You can't really tell on camera from this angle. Look at that, how I just added a pop of more purple, like a different tone of purple, but it really matches the lid kind of. Love that. It is the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On Extreme Shine Eyeliner in the shade Pretty Violet. Pretty Violet. And then I'm gonna use another NYX eyeliner. This is their Vivid Brights in Vivid Violet. And I'm going to do some liner on the top. We'll see how bright it is, if it stands out. This is supposed to be like more of like a pastel-y kind of purple. And I'm going all the way in with it this time, but I'm doing it really thin line. And I am gonna do, I think, a true baby wing today. In true Charisse fashion, because this one is easier to navigate. A true little baby purple wing. You probably can't even see in this lighting, but I'll show you in a second. Yeah, both of these add just a little bit of light to the look, but not too much. As I said, I want this to be a darker look. And I love how fast these dry. They dry really fast. And I am taking the liner all the way in. I rarely do this, but it's very thin, so. All right, I like the way that looks. It just brightened it up just like a subtle amount. You can't really tell from right here, but hopefully if I hold up, you can see. How it just brightened it up just a little bit. Still purple, still mostly dark and sultry, but I don't know, just added a little bit of something. So I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna go to lips while that's marinating and drying fully. And for the lips, I'm thinking Drama Queen. I don't know, this could look ugly. I don't know, this is a really, really dark. Thank you. Really, really dark matte purple. I kind of want to do it though. This is Drama Queen from the Lip Bar, Black owned, female owned business. Let me drink some more tea. Kind of want to wear studs with this look. So I'm going to put in my little cubic zirconium studs, which I love. I don't want hoops today. I mean, the eyes are just so sparkly, and I think the fake diamond stud is like, it just adds to the sparkly effect of the look. I don't know why my nose is running, y'all. Not that hot. Okay. I have a piece of lint under my eye. And then I'm thinking about putting this wild gloss on top that has similar reflex to the eyelid, because it's also from Pat McGrath. It's one of her Opulist glosses, Sparkling Chromatic Shine, Crushed Diamond Finish. I think that'd be wildly like cosmic and yeah, whatever this is. On top of this super dark purple, I think that could look cool, or it could look absolutely crazy, but sometimes absolutely crazy is cool. I'll have to take it out of the packaging so you can see it better. It's a purple lavendery shade, but we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. Let me cut this open first. I'm gonna use my hair scissors, which makes me sad because these shears are very sharp. I don't hurt myself. I'm not super accident prone, but I'm not accident proof by any means. I also don't want all the little sequins to fall out all over the place. All right, I've successfully done that. Put my earring packaging back, put the Power palette back. This is so pretty. You could have easily done a very similar look with just this palette. You just wouldn't have the same glitter effect, which I'll have to show you in a moment. But I'm glad I used those two palettes together. All right, let's do the lips. Actually, let me finish drinking the tea. Swirling up the turmeric that's at the bottom. Very good. Turmeric and passion fruit is a beautiful combination. Take some sips of water. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's do the lips. So this is Drama Queen from the Lip Bar. This is a matte, like super dark eggplant purple that is similar to the colors in my crease. Like my crease is really, really dark, as you can see. And so that's the color of the lippy. So I'm hoping it'll look nice. And I might put a crazy gloss on top, but we'll see, we'll see. We'll assess it when we get there. This formula is super lightweight. Yeah, I like the color. My lips got rusty. Whew. Am I the only one who holds their breath when they're like lining their lips with a liquid lipstick? Yeah, this color is beautiful. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. A lot, a lot. Okay, now let's do the upper lip. Thank you, thank you. I think, you know, what's changed is me using those hydrating primers, you know? Even though I have oily skin. And also having oily skin helps because like, usually by the time I get to take most of my pictures and stuff that y'all see on like my Instagram, I've been wearing the makeup for at least 2 to 3 hours. On my stories is where you see the makeup fresh, like right after it's done. But my pictures are usually a couple to multiple hours after I've had the makeup on, and the oil coming through kind of helps like all the powders and stuff settle into the skin too, which helps it to look less makeup-y. And I think finding really good shade matches is also super helpful. And then kind of how I talked about yesterday, using tones that occur in your body naturally to like add dimension to your face also helps makeup to look more natural and realistic. I do. I use straight up just tissue, like fingernails, like Kleenex. But honestly, I don't really have time. I usually blot right before I have my lunch. And I blot when I get in my car after work because like by then that oil is whoop chile. But yeah, I don't really blot too much throughout the day. I have like the perfect little cupid's bow today. That never happens. And these dry matte, but they're so comfortable and like flexible on your lips, you know? And check the bottom line. That's a trick I like to do where I like stretch out my whole bottom lip. Make sure it's nice and clean. There we go. This is beautiful. I love this lip with it. I think it actually worked out really nice. Shout out to the lip bar. I'll have to tag them. I kind of want to do pictures with the matte lip. And I kind of want to do pictures by adding the gloss. So let me show you the gloss. And I'll just swatch it for you on my hand. And then I'm going to end this John. So this is the gloss I'm thinking about putting on top. Hopefully you can see that glitter. How it's like kind of iridescent. But it's mostly like purpley lavender. Kind of gold. The glitter changes. And it's called Lavendering. It's pretty funny. I was spot on with my assessment. I'm just going to get one of them. I just ordered one today. I'm trying not to order as much. Ooh, that is so pretty. Look at that. So, that is so pretty. Oh my goodness. So, I think I want to put that over top of this, but I'm going to take some pictures with it, just matte. And then I'm going to put the gloss on. So, if you want to see what it looks like, the whole shebang with the gloss, you're going to have to check it out on my social media. That is so pretty. I'm interested to see how that looks with the eyes and the lip with this on top. So I'm going to wipe that off my hand. Or not. It doesn't really want to come off. These might wash off. I have to put this out because I don't want glitter on my face. Okay, there's still glitter there. So yeah, we're definitely going to not put that on yet. But let me go ahead and put on mascara. Low-key feeling kind of lazy at this point because I normally don't do all this. So I'm going to go straight in with mascara. I'm not going to do any primer or lash curling today. And I'm going to use the same one I used yesterday, the Lancome Monsieur Big. This is one of my faves. Love, love, love this. It really just like, she does the thing, you know? I'm also thinking one, like the front, one top knot. I think that'll be very classy, bougie, sassy, however the words go. That song got on my nerves for the longest time. But I think it'll be cute with this look. And I'm really trying to not get this on my lid or the liner that I did, the purple liner I did. I'm just really doing the ends of my lashes. Do, 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 do. All right, that's one coat on that eye. Probably do 3. Maybe 2, I don't know. I kind of don't want my lashes to be super voluminous and thick today because I really want the focus to be on the shadow, but I want it to look like I do have lashes. I don't know why my nose is running, running, running. Lord, running. My nose is running, 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 running. You must get a tissue for your nose that is running. Oh, you. Do you wear? Rarely. Like I think I said yesterday, 98% of the time I'm wearing my own natural lashes. 2% of the time you might catch me in a false lash, but I have to really be in the mood. Like I'm just not a false lash girl. Just not. My sister is. She wears them every day. I feel like I say that often. She wears them literally every day. She's a registered nurse. But I just cannot be bothered with them. I cannot. They are not just for me, as the Kirk Franklin song says. Oh, that's something new. I've been way more into like gospel music as of late. I didn't really grow up on gospel music, so it wasn't a part of my life growing up, really. I heard a few things here and there because I've gone to church my whole life, but I've always gone to churches that are diverse and have the community represented in them for the most part. Like most churches I've gone to have been mixed congregations, so I didn't really grow up on like black gospel music, but ever since Black History Month, when I sang with the gospel choir when I was working at two schools, now I'm not because they turned one into a virtual academy, but when I was working at the other school, they invited me to sing with them in the gospel choir, and I really liked the songs that we sang. So I started listening more to those artists and just like discovering it for myself. And yeah, I really enjoy it. And I like contemporary, and I like the old school too, which has been fun. I like exploring new music and different genres and different artists, expanding my musical palette. All right, I'm almost done applying mascara. I hit up these lower lashes. All right, I'm done with mascara. So let me show y'all the finished look. Love the way this turned out again today. And there's no bronzer, no contour today, just blush and a really nice foundation. Hopefully y'all can see the glitter reflect. I really, really like the way this turned out. So pretty. All right, let's do the hair real quick because it won't take long. Again, my box braids are like 3 weeks, approaching 3.5 weeks old. I'm just going to take the very front ones. Let me get a hair tie. A hair tie. I had a big old scrunchie in there. We ain't using that. I mean, that could be a look and a vibe, but we're not going to use a big scrunchie. I'm going to use a regular hair tie. It's all stretched out because natural hair. And we're going to do I just want to leave it as a ponytail or do I want to put it in a bun? I put it in a bun. Do y'all remember that? Am I showing my age? Yo, I like it down. Serving some early 2000s Moesha vibes. I don't know why I'm snapping, but yeah, we're gonna leave it like this. This is cute. I feel cute. All right, well, that concludes that concludes this look. I hope you enjoyed doing this purple look with me. I'm excited to see what John thinks of it. He's funny with like his makeup preferences are really hilarious because they kind of contradict themselves. So I'm interested to see what he says about this look in particular, and I can't wait to see what it looks like with the gloss over top, but I'm definitely gonna take some pictures with the matte lip, and then I'm gonna put the gloss on and take those pictures. So, and that's gonna happen on my phone, which is what I'm recording on. So I'm just gonna show you guys the look. Thank you so very much. Y'all are so kind. Serving y'all some angles real quick. Y'all really see. Get into my brow, see the purple liner and just the glitter, the reflect. Like Pat McGrath shadows, her shimmers are just, they're so pretty. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I always enjoy spending time with y'all, and I enjoy like just the process of like getting ready, trying new makeups. Oh, Janet Jackson, Poetic Justice, love. Maybe that'll be my caption. Shout out to you. If I just literally caption it Poetic Justice with a purple heart. Sounds cool. So yeah, I'm about to snap some photos, probably put on a top. I should put on clothes, y'all. I really hate, I'm not the girl who can like have cute makeup, have cute hair, and have a cute outfit. Like all those things, I'm telling you, rarely happen. Like I'm so basic when it comes to how I dress. And I'm honestly really basic when it comes to my hair. Y'all know I'm a wash and go girl. But I love being expressive with my makeup. But most of the time, I'm like in a sweatshirt or a bathrobe. I can't be bothered with all three things. Like I only do all three when I'm around John. Like I attempt to do all three. I have so much like respect for people that are influencers and that do this full time and that have all three of those things going, because it is a full-time job. Like it's a full-time job having cute makeup, cute hair, and cute outfits like daily. I don't know how people do that. I don't know. I can't. That's not me, dog. It's like one, I can only do one of the three most of the time. Sometimes two out of three. I have braids, so I feel like I got two out of three, but that's because this is, $250 in my head. This is a $250,000 in my head. So it's hard. I don't know how people do it. Like, you're going to have to choose today. Like when I get married, if I get married, Lord willing, I'd be like, which two do you want today, sir? Would you like cute makeup and a cute outfit? Or do you want cute hair and cute makeup? Or do you want a cute outfit and cute hair? Or a cute makeup and cute outfit? Because one of these is not happening. And then for special occasions, like I said, I'll do all three. So yeah, thanks for listening to that little mini rant. I'm going to, I guess, put on a top. I kind of like the turquoise bathrobe though, and the purple makeup. I'm gonna take a few pictures like this. I'm gonna put on a top, do the lip and all that stuff. So if you want to see the pictures